when most of you had come over here into the system, what were the challenges you were facing was that you were not able to make or speak continuously for 3 to 4 minutes. And that was the first challenge that we wanted to address. That let us become fluent, let us become confident, let us become a little bit more comfortable with using English words, whatever is there in our mind, able to understand. Let us just get clear with expressing that. And then once we are clear with that, we can take you to the next level, which is basically about making you comfortable by, when you're speaking for 10 minutes, 20 minutes together. So yes, we have a level beyond this, which is called the 4% club, where you help others, where you learn to give presentations, where you actually interact in an elite group of learners. That is also there. But as of now, the focus is that you keep on improving it as soon as possible. This 2-minute conversations. Once you're comfortable with 2-minute conversations, then we put you for the level 2 interview. You would have seen yesterday also we did an interview with the Gazanfar sir, and he was such a brilliant speaker yesterday. The reason why we do it is once you're comfortable with 2 minutes, let us put you inside in a group of 30 people who will be asking questions. Are you comfortable with that? That is the next level. And once you clear that, you go to our leadership council, where you'll be put into another particular challenge, which is a 9-minute speech. Can you give a 9-minute speech continuously, uninterrupted, the way maybe I'm speaking right now? So maybe Hina has given those kind of presentations. Yamshi has given those kind of presentations. Are you ready for that level? That is the next level. So after 2 minutes, we have the interview. And after the interview, we have the particular 9-minute speeches or 9-minute presentation part, which is another level. Yes, Hina, let's move to the next question.
Sure, sir. So the next question is, yes, so Bharat sir have asked this question. So moving to next question is from Jayashree ma'am. She's asking, it takes more than 15 minutes to complete the task.
I would like to call Humayun on the stage for this question. Somebody who's an ex-learner now and a senior mentor at MMDC 4% Club. So yes, Humayun, if you can answer this particular question for everybody. It takes more time to create these videos. It does not take 15 minutes. Sir had said something wrong. It was false.
Right now I'm in traffic. Sorry,
Okay.
sir, but
Anybody else who can
after
answer
reaching my
this
home, I'm
question can
giving
just
time.
raise their hand. Anybody who can answer this question can raise their hand also. Any senior learner, anybody who is taking approximately 30 minutes now. It was earlier more, now it is less. I think Mavi is over here. Mavi, you want to answer that question? She's still taking more time. Mavi?
No, sir, I'm sorry.
No, you don't want to answer. There is a concept called the butterfly effect. Okay, you go to Google and search for butterfly effect. Now, what is butterfly effect? Butterfly effect says that once you start a particular process, it would look very, very tough. If you look at the mountain, it looks very, very tough at the beginning to climb. There are 8,488 feet, I think meters, sorry, 8848 meters. That is 27,000 feet approximately. That is 27,000 stories of a building. Imagine 27,000 stories of a building. That kind of a huge building, that is Mount Everest. But how do you climb Mount Everest? You don't climb it in one day. Okay, you break it into certain amount of pieces, certain amount of, there is a there are camps. There is a lower base camp, then there is a higher camp, then there's another camp, and then you keep on improving and moving from one camp to the other camp to the other camp, taking some breaks in between and taking some learning in between. That is how you grow. And that is where the butterfly effect comes in. So butterfly effect basically says that once you want to complete a task, don't focus on the entire 100%, focus on the initial 15%. Once you complete this 15%, what will happen is sometimes you will not just do it 15%. You will increase it by 20% sometimes. And that is where the learning will start happening. And that is what we want to give you over here. That once you start this process, okay, once you start this process, it might look very difficult for you. Many of you, it will take 1 hour. I think Mavi, I was interacting with, she's taking 5 to 6 hours maybe to create one video, because she's putting a lot of quality into it. Okay, she's putting a lot of effort into it. We had another learner, Khaspa. He used to say the same thing. That initially when he had come in, it did not take him 15 minutes. It will take you more time. But slowly over a period of time, you'll get smarter and smarter and smarter. And after a certain point of time, this will not take you more than 15 to 20 minutes. After a certain time, Khaspa, one of our learners, Ankit Doke, he said that it was difficult, but now it's very difficult, very easy. But what most of you are doing, maybe just put this in your perspective. The purpose of the topic which is given to you is not to become a scholar on that topic. You need not go a PhD on a topic. Don't do a PhD on that topic. Speak on that topic. Speak simple sentences. Whatever your level is, one level high. Just try to speak sentences. Speak in English. That is the purpose. The purpose is not to make you an expert on obesity, body shaming, or any other topic for that matter. We're not trying to make you an expert. Yes, we want that you gain some knowledge, but don't become an expert. Try to speak. Speaking is more important. I look at the way I'm speaking. I'm speaking so very simple sentences. So that is what is required for all of you to understand. Now, if you are trying to become a PhD expert on that topic, you will take more time. Try to minimize that. So purpose over here to become a spoken English fluency champion, not an expert on 21 topics. Let us first remove that. That will suddenly reduce your time by 50%. And then try to speak this. So I'm talking from experience of one of the learners and hope this will help you all. Don't become expert on the topic, gain some knowledge. Many of the summaries are there in the group. Many of the people put their videos in the group, get knowledge from that and then start improving. That will help you a lot. I hope I've answered. Hina, if you want to add anything to it, please add and then we move to the next question.
I guess everything is clear.
Okay.
So can we
So
move?
yes, we can move to Nageshwar sir. He's raising his hand. I think he wants to ask a question. Then we'll again come to Jayashree's question 32. Yes.
Yes, sir, you can speak.
Nageshwar sir, what is your question?
Sir, I have 2 to 3 questions, sir. Actually,
Okay.
I have been habituated to speak anything whatever me grammatically. So I have learned since long so many days. So now I am habituated. Whenever I want to speak generally, suppose I have got still some doubts. How to use would, but somebody say I would recommend, but we have to use when we say that he said that on yesterday he would come tomorrow. Just so I'm on the I'm habituated to speaking grammatically. So I think I know that my fluency is affecting because of grammar. So how to avoid that one? And yesterday also I had a chance to speak in some school anniversary day, but at that time actually I wanted to speak in Telugu, but so there were some English teachers were there. At that time I also had to speak in English only. So in the audience, the school children or teachers at that. But I spoke something, but I couldn't get some words in between. So I was repeating the same words to in the audience. Actually, I didn't prepare much. I I I could learn something about the school. How many children were working there, studying there, something. But so that is there. And one more thing, how to download your books or fluency in 30 days. I am also unable to download your book. So you please give me answers for this. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so I think there are three questions in one, and I would be more than happy to answer all these three one by one. So let us go to the grammar part. The first thing that you have asked is you keep on thinking about grammar. So grammar is something which we have all been, what to say, indoctrinated. There is a particular word, indoctrinated. When people inject you with a particular medicine, that is kind of indoctrination. It has happened to you for ages now. For 100 years, for 200 years, we have been indoctrinated with this particular English thing, that it has to be prim and proper, only then it is English. It has to be Oxford English, it has to be Howard English. That is how it has been always projected. Now if you look at Indian civilization, you know I was hearing somebody and he said it in a very beautiful way. If you look at a particular British person, suppose there is a Britisher who has come to India now in today's date, not the 1947 times. In today's date, if a Britisher has a foreigner has come into India, and when he starts speaking in India Hindi or any language, local language, and if he makes mistakes, that is sound, that is counted as cute. wow, this foreigner is trying to speak in a local language of India, and that is counted as cute. But when you make mistakes in English, you don't consider yourself to be cute, right? That's a very big problem. That's a mindset problem somewhere, because we always, as Indians, we've always been projected, or we have been kept as, in the subjugation of the British Empire. So we are always like kind of their in their dominion. So we always have been looking up to them. English is something we look up to, that it has to be prim and proper. Plus this English fraternity, the entire English fraternity of English teachers, they are very, very not to say adamant on not budging a single particular inch. They will say that your grammar has to be prim and proper. You have to follow the Renan Martin. Whether you are in a CBSE school or ICSE school, you have to follow 100% the grammar rules. Now, because of all of that, see, grammatically correct, there are two ways of speaking. There are two ways of actually using English. One is the written English. In written English and in academic English, you have to be 100% grammatically right. Otherwise, you have no life at all. Nobody will be appreciating your work, and you will be always be what to say, ridiculed for your English, or maybe laughed at by the people, or somebody will say that he sounds like an expert but he's actually not an expert. That might happen. But when you're conversing in English, when you're speaking in English, when you're actually giving a lecture or a speech, people are not minding your particular English grammar to a large extent. And this is not just being said by me. This is, I'm seconding the opinion of Alina Rice. If you have followed YouTube, she's one of the social media influencers kind of on spoken English language. Alina Rice. Hina, if you can just type the name in the chat box. Uh, for everybody to know that particular name.
Sure,
In
sir.
one of her interviews, in one of her shorts that she was talking about English, she has said the same thing. She said that if somebody were to evaluate her English while she was speaking those 5 to 10 sentences, she would have made a lot of grammatical mistakes. If a grammar teacher is sitting in front of me right now, he will be able to make or find out 15 to 20 mistakes in whatever I have said in the last 5 minutes. That's highly, highly possible. Maybe highly, highly possible is a wrong way of using it. But the point is, English is a communication tool. It's a tool, and we have to use this as a tool. If you use it as grammar, you can be very proficient, you can be very good when you're writing things down. Try and use everything over there in your whatever grammatically right you want to be. But when you're speaking, try to convey the logic, convey the emotion, because human beings are emotional creatures. We're social beings. We want to convey the emotions. When you convey the emotions, if the logic is getting clear in your mind, you watch a 40-minute Mr. Bean episode, you understand every aspect of that, and you enjoy that particular process, and you become a fan of Mr. Bean. So words are not always required, but people are not just counting your words, they're also counting the emotions which are going behind those words. That is how you have to look at MMDC, or sorry, English as a process. Now at MMDC we believe, and we keep on telling you, follow the 85% rule. See, less than 85 is bad. People will be actually thinking bad about you, or maybe they will not be giving you due credit that your English is good or your communication is good. If you're not at 85, try to improve that to 90, but let that not be a barrier. Don't wait for 85% to come, that I will speak only when my English is 85%. That is a wrong way of looking at grammar in totality. That is point number one. Okay, the question number one, the grammar part to tell. So try in your particular spoken English, try to be 85%. And I think Nageshwar sir, you are already at 95, 85%. So that should not be a concern. The point is, it should keep on building up. The work should, your success should be work in progress. It is not final. Whatever English I am speaking, maybe I'm not speaking the best of best English. I'll keep on improving myself, and tomorrow I'll be much better. That is how it keeps on compounding and building day by day by day. That is the grammar part of it. Question part, whether it should be would or should or could. Now the second part that you said is that you were giving a particular speech yesterday in a school, and you were wanting to speak in Telugu, but you started speaking in English, and you were not satisfied with your repetition of words. Now, why did that happen? The thing is, if you are preparing, if, I'll give you the quote from Steve Jobs, not directly my quote. For any kind of a presentation, if Steve Jobs, the world's best presenter, used to present on a particular stage, used to take a particular stage, he used to say that for a 5-minute speech, I have prepared 55 minutes. That is the ratio in which you should be preparing. Okay, if you are prepared to that particular level. Now, for just imagine, for a 2-minute video that you make, I keep on giving this example. Let me make it very simple. So if I give you a topic, suppose the topic is obesity, yesterday's topic, the topic is obesity, and the topic is body shaming. This is one topic that we have been given. If I ask you to speak on this topic, how long will you be able to speak on this topic? You'll be able to speak without going to Google, without going to YouTube. You will be able to speak on this topic only for maybe 1 minute, because you know very little about this particular topic. But now look at the same topic, or maybe let me change the topic. Suppose I want to say daughters are the best gift from God. Now suddenly what happens on this topic, the second topic, you'll be able to speak for 5 minutes. Now suppose I give you another topic, my parents. You'll be able to speak on the same topic for maybe 1 hour. This is the difference. It's the amount of content that is there inside your brain on that particular topic. So when you're going to a particular event for speaking, I think it's best, even if you are a champion on this particular topic, you look at the Oscar speeches which happen. Even the person who has won the Oscar, the world's best award, the Grammys and all those things, they carry a small script. They carry the bullet points of what they need to speak over there. So let us not become total, because the human brain keeps on failing us. We have a lot of trust on our brain, but sometimes it keeps on failing us. So had you gone there with more of preparation, this particular problem would not have occurred. Had you gone with 55 minutes of preparation, you would have spoken for at least 5 minutes very, very properly. That is a standard particular logic. So for a 3-day workshop, if you look at the number of slides, I'm just giving you multiple number of examples to make this concept very, very clear. Point is, for a 1 hour presentation, I have approximately 150 slides on a daily basis. That even if I miss this particular point, I will speak on this particular point, and I'll ensure that 1 hour of speech is completed. If I don't have the slides with me, trust me, even I will not be able to complete a 1 hour session on day one of my day, day one of my 3-day workshop. So it's about preparation. It's, when your preparation meets opportunity, that is when luck happens. That is when wow effect happens. So maybe that was the reason that you were not prepared on that particular topic for yesterday. Otherwise, content wise, I don't think there should be any problem. Because if it had it been a simple topic, you would have spoken for hours and hours together. Had it been a topic which is very close to your heart, you would not even have suggested, gone to any particular resource to collect it. You would have spoken so continuously on that topic. Okay, that was question number 2. Now the third one is, how do we download the book? Now downloading the book is very easy. There are 2 options available. On this 13th, once again, Shia ma'am will be sharing that link. You can have the lifetime access by downloading the book from the Amazon Kindle app. Shia ma'am is over here right now in this meeting, and Hina just put a message to her, and she's already known this. So she'll be sharing the link on the MMDC task group on the 13th of this month, 13th and 14th. I think Makar Sakranti will be giving that book once again to all of you, the interview book and the English book. Once again, you can download it and keep it by entirely. The best reading experience happens on Amazon Kindle. Now, if it is not getting downloaded on Amazon Kindle, once again, you can ask for a PDF copy from Shia ma'am after 14th. So both of these options are available. I hope I've answered all the 3 questions that you had, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Any question? Sometimes what happens when you ask one question and the answer comes, you get another question pops up. If that has happened, please hold your question. We'll come to you after question number 32 from Jayashree. What is the next question, I guess?
I want to, it's a question from Jayashree ma'am. She's asking, I want to speak like Amit sir and other accountability partner. What should I do?
Yeah, Hina. So what is your experience? What is your answer? And then I'll top it up if required.
Sure, sir. So, Jayashree ma'am, see, it's all about experience. Okay. Whatever I'm in the level, I was not before. Like, it was not from the beginning. Okay. So, I've just started the process. I've just followed the process. Okay. I haven't done something extra. Yeah, I have given so much time. See, you have just started the process and you are doing good. But Amit sir is doing this for last 5 to 6 years. Okay. And you are doing it for 20, I guess, 20 to 30 days. Okay. Even less than 20 to 30 days, you haven't completed your 21-day challenge. You are in, I guess you are in from 10 days. Yeah. You are doing this for 10 days, but Amit sir is doing this for last 5 years. Okay. So what is the difference here? His exposure. exposure of English. Okay, just keep exposing yourself with lot of English. Okay, English should be there in your subconscious mind. And how English should be there in your subconscious mind? When you will have enough exposure, when you will train your mind to speak English without phrasing it. See, I'm giving you answer, I'm not phrasing every sentence. Okay, I have to speak this. It's coming from my subconscious mind, because I am answering this question from a long time. Similarly, you have to do the same thing. You just have to keep on speaking and speaking. English will be there in your subconscious mind. Then you can also speak like Amit sir. So, Amit sir, can you please elaborate it little bit more?
Yes, I think I've answered this question in the last. This is a common question, keeps on coming up every week. I love this particular question because this is what we have all come here for. We want to improve our communication, and as I said to Nageshwar sir, we should all be thinking of ourselves as work in progress. The final masterpiece is not yet here. This is not the best version of me that you're finding over here. Success is always work in progress. That is what the best of the best painters and artists, they keep on talking about it. So if you look at a painter, what they say is the ideal logic is, if I painted something very beautiful in 2021, okay, I will not say, as an artist, I will not say this is the best painting that I have. Maybe in 2022 I learn some new skills, a new way of painting, a new way of drawing, and I make even better a masterpiece from that. So that is how you should look at communication. It will keep on adding up, it will keep on growing on a daily basis. That is one. Number two, I keep on talking about the concept of a chef. So how do you make the best of best biryani? If we remember the last example we had last day, also we had given the same example, that if how do you make the best biryani in the world? You go to YouTube, you copy Sanjeev Kapoor's particular recipe, and you follow that recipe 100%, minute by minute, second by second, masala by masala. When you do that and when you copy it 100%, then you become exactly somebody like Sanjeev Kapoor. It will not happen in one day. You'll not make biryani the same taste as Sanjeev Kapoor has made on day one. You have to keep on doing it for a certain amount of time. So you have to find out, for communication, what you can do. You can find out some good role models on YouTube. It's very easy in today's date to find out good role models, find out whom you connect with, find out which topic you connect with, and just go and watch innumerable amount of content on that particular topic. Try and copy this particular person, just like Sanjeev Kapoor recipe. Just copy his particular way of speaking and keep on doing it for a certain amount of time. That is number two. Third thing, if you look at it, what yesterday's interview showed us, Gazanfar sir was talking about it. For all of you, if you want to improve your communication, there is one particular tool we have not talked about a lot about it, because I think that is something for the advanced learners. It is not for the somebody who has come in for the first time over here. So for the initial learners, we talk about RSLW. Okay. Now, what we don't give to most of you is the T part of it, the thinking part of it. Many of you are already thinking in your mother tongue. Most of you are thinking in your mother tongue. But when you start thinking in your in English, just imagine the amount of conversations that you'll be doing to yourself. So what will I have for lunch today? I will take a right, not a left, because when you're talking to yourself, okay, throughout the entire day, because according to statistics, according to research, it has been shown that you speak to yourself for approximately 70,000 to 80,000 thoughts. Every thought is kind of a small sentence. I will not eat rajma today. I will not go to the canteen today. This is what you keep on talking to. If you change that from your mother tongue to English, you'll be playing with 70,000, 80,000 words. Once again, you're building towards your fluency. See, these are tips which I'm actually following in my life, and I'm giving that to you. Fourth one. See, I'm so dedicated. Throughout my entire life, I have been a phrase collector. Okay. So I have been always a phrase collector. Even if you look at my particular book right now, if I'm reading any book, I'll keep on underlining things. I still use the traditional old method, because that traditional old method is what your brain loves. You have to underline something which is important for you. You have to note it down. You have to write it down. If I like a phrase, I write it down once, twice, thrice. In that way, that phrase becomes continuously in my memory. It remembers in my remains in my memory for a very long time, because research shows that you have to repeat a particular phrase or a new word 7 to 8 times so that it becomes permanent in your memory. Okay, now I'm so dedicated to this particular process of English. Trust me, I cannot understand most of the things in Hindi now. I keep on my if you look at my Instagram now, most of you go to Instagram for kind of enjoyment, for kind of fun, for actually leisure time, for time pass. You go there. I go there for learning. And most of the channels that I follow the world's best speakers and the world's best communicator. It is possible. Just go and follow 10 of them. And even if you're on Instagram and when you're scrolling, you can listen to amazing, good English, new phrases getting used on a daily basis, and you're learning in that entire process. Now, sometimes what I do that you can also adopt is binge watching. Now, what is binge watching? Now, because of Netflix and because of all these OTT platforms, there are so many amazing movies. Just go and find out on Google which are the best movies of 2022, English best movies of 2022. Okay, and they will be giving you some recommendations. Find out movies which have an IMDb rating of 7.5, 8.5. Now, what that will do is when you're watching a movie, when you're watching a web series, you're actually binge watching it. You cannot control. What is binge watching? Binge watching is used for Lays. So when you have the first wafer in your mouth, the Lays wafer, you cannot control at one. You want to have the second one, and then you have want to second have third one. That is what happens with the web series in today's date. The web series are so they put so much psychological research into it that you cannot control at one episode. You have to watch episode number 2. Now, because it's an episode, okay, because it's an English particular episode, what is going to happen, there is more and more consumption of English that you're doing. More and more of RSLW is happening automatically. That is Alexandra's particular method. Now, the seventh method that I use is the concept of speed watching. I don't go to YouTube and watch a video at 1x speed in today's date. 98% of the videos which I watch it at 2x the speed. Now, what happens when you start, listening at 2x speed, your brain starts processing information at a you just don't know. We have shown you on day one, if you remember, all of you, the power of your brain. Your brain is just a super duper machine and just not using it properly. So get used to listening to English at a very, very fast rate. And then when you start doing, try 2x, try 1.5x, try doing that. When you do that, you'll suddenly find that you're able to process information very fast. Now, as Hina was saying, if you remember some time back, Hina was talking about it. She was not this fluent earlier, but now words are flowing automatically from her mind, subconsciously. Now, if you imagine, keep on doing it, this process of 2x learning, okay, watching a YouTube video at 2x, what's going to happen? Your brain will be processing information very fast. And imagine if the processing is happening very fast in English, you will become very fluent in English automatically. It will be kind of magic. When you're listening at a very fast speed, you'll be speaking at a very fast speed. It is directly proportional, provided you understand what I'm saying. If there is any doubt, you can still ask. You can still ask for clarifications. So these are 5 to 6 or 7 methods that I keep on doing. And I think once again, I keep on saying this is not my final version. This is not the best of me. I want to still keep on learning, still keep on growing, because you have to remain a learner throughout my life, throughout your life. So the best of the best teachers are the best of the best learners. So when they keep on consuming content, they keep on growing to the next level. I think this answer was very long, but I think some points, if you have taken down, you would be getting the answers properly. Yes, Hina, what's the next question that we can go ahead with?
Yes, sir. So the next question is from, okay, Pradeep Sharma sir have asked the same question. So moving to the next question. Next question is from Kiran ma'am. She's asking, I am facing issue in sentence formation.
I think this should be handled by Humayu or Rohit or anybody else who has done the part properly. And then we'll come back. Yes, Kavita is also there.
Yeah. So the question is how to make sentence English in English. So for this, sorry, I have a throat problem also. So I want to speak in a less volume. So let's start with the answer. So I want to say that for this, you have to practice, practice, and practice. There is a no substitute, and it is gradual improvement. Today you are not being able to construct proper sentence, means it is gradual improvement today that you are being able to construct proper sentence today, and tomorrow suddenly you become fluent. Never happen. Means you have to it will improve percentage by percentage. It goes gradual. And that is the beauty of learning anything. Whatever you are learning, that is the process that is involved in learning, and that makes all interesting. And there's a lots of beauty to it when you start learning something new. We are so excited over that. You are like feeling victorious every single day when you are improving and you are seeing changes in yourself. There are so many example are there, like every child falls when walking. Does the mean child stop? No, he keeps on practice and start walking. I have also kiddo, she always fall down, but always try to, she always try and keep moving, keeps uh, practicing walking. So I want to say that you have to practice. Success never come in a one day. You have to learn, you have to put lots of effort. So from my side, sir, thank you.
Hina, if you want to add something to it, if there is anything that is missing.
Yeah, so the question is, I'm facing issue in sentence formation. So, ma'am, at initial stage, na, it's happened with everybody, and it's a very normal thing. Okay, so don't worry. So I want to tell you one thing, Kiran, ma'am. Like you are doing good. Okay, I will not suggest you to go through something else and do extra. The 15-minute process is the solution. Okay, I'm not saying that it is only solution, but yes, it is the best solution because I can give you a lot of stuff, ma'am. Do this, watch this, try this. But what will happen? You will do one day, 2 day, and other you will be bored. On the next day, you will be bored. You feel like it's very difficult. I don't want to do it. It is not working. So just keep on making videos because that will give you feedback. From there, you will learn that yes, I am improving. Yes, in this video, I was facing this kind of issue, but now I'm not facing this kind of issue. Yes, I'm improving. You will get feedback from others, and there you will understand that yes, words are coming to my mind, and words will be there in your subconscious mind by making videos. So just keep making some videos.
Okay, thank you, Sina. I think there is the problem of this words not coming to most of you. This is a very common question we face, and we have to address this question in a proper way. You have to understand that for most of you, the words not coming to you is a bank balance problem. So it's the same problem. Suppose you have got, so you've been depositing some money into your account every month. You've been depositing 500 every month into your account, and after 1 year, you go to your bank and you give a check of 50,000 rupees. Will the bank manager pay you back 50,000 rupees? He will not, because you have only deposited 6,000 rupees into your account. That is the problem with your English right now. And that is why you're not able to form sentences, because your bank balance of English words, phrases is not there. If you had the bank balance, these words would have started coming out automatically. But since the bank balance is not there, that is why you're not able to withdraw the money. It's like an ATM. Your bank will give you, if you just imagine, if you have more words into your bank in your English brain, then what's going to happen? As soon as you put the ATM and withdraw the money, it will automatically come out. For Hina Khan, it's very easy in today's date. Words are coming naturally, automatically, because she has put in a lot of RSLW. That is what we ask you to do in the 21-day process. We want you to, whatever you have done earlier, a little bit of information you already had earlier. There was also a problem of fear and the problem that English is very tough. All those things we have removed. And now what we're saying is, put more and more of deposit into your bank balance. Once you have more and more of bank deposit, then you'll start feeling more confident. And words, sometimes I was talking to Mayuri today. She was giving an interview somewhere, and she was interacting with the other person. 3 months back, she was not able to speak properly. She was not able to speak even one sentence properly. But today she was relating this to me, that sir, words automatically come out of my mouth. Even if I don't want the words to come out, it comes automatically. Why? Because you have done your RSLM. Now, I gave an answer to Nageshwar sir some time back, that it also depends. It also depends if your words not coming out or you not able to frame sentences is also happening depending upon which topic you're talking about. So if I ask you to speak on 5G, maybe your sentences will not be getting framed, because this is a new topic about, this is a new topic to you. But for anybody who has spent considerable amount of time, if I've been speaking in a school, if I've been teaching the students for the last 10 years, I can speak very easily on how to teach small kids for 5 minutes, for 10 minutes easily. So it's also your relationship to the topic. If the relationship to the topic is easy, if you are comfortable with the topic, like your mom, your dad, your teachers, your parents, you'll be able to speak on that topic for very long without even thinking about framing sentences. Then the framing will automatically come right. So your framing was never right over there. Your exposure to that topic was right. RSLW was right. You've heard a lot of things about your mother and your father in English from somebody or in movies or in the newspapers. And that is why your words framing automatically got corrected. But for a new topic, you'll find it difficult. And what is the process? Go to Google, do some research, and then increase your particular exposure of words. Once you do that, your framing of sentences will start taking care of it automatically after some time, not immediately, after some time. So what is the answer? The answer is more and more of practice. That is the only answer. It might be boring, it might be disinteresting, and that is why, as Kavita said that you have to find out an interesting method. If you go to grammar book, if you start reading books, you will find it very boring. But if you're doing an activity with a group like this, with people encouraging you, with people cheering you up, with people telling you that you're doing an awesome job, you will definitely want to grow faster. You will definitely want to learn faster, and then learning will happen better with. So I think we are done with this particular question. Let's move to the next question. I think Arif wanted to ask a question. He has been raising his hands twice now. Could not answer. He's there in the room. I think he's left. Just Arif, if you're there. Yes,
Yes,
Arif.
sir.
Yeah, please.
Actually, my question is, when I speak with my accountable partner, at the time I used to speak very fluent manner, but when it comes to speaking about the topic or while making the video, at the time I get more stammering. At the time I get more frustration also. So
Mhm.
in this situation, how can I handle that?
This is a very unique kind of an observation, and for all of you, you have to understand this very properly, because this question is getting asked, I think, after around say 10 weeks. For the last 10 weeks, nobody asked this question. And I used to tell this earlier. Now, when you start making your videos, now, even in today's date, if I make a video, I will feel in my video, I'm not speaking fluently. It will happen even to me. So trust me, when you're speaking with a stranger or with your accountability partner or with some other person in your life, that particular interaction will be much, much fluent compared to the way you're speaking on the video. Because with video, your fluency is like your friendship. With video, your fluency or your relationship is just for the last 21 days, if you're here for the last 21 days. But with a stranger, with talking to people, it has been happening for a very long time. With videos, you're still not comfortable, and that is why when you create a video, your video will not be reflecting the true picture, the perfect picture. Maybe in your video you'll be 100, but in the actual conversations you'll be 200 or maybe 150. And that is true for most of the learners. So don't judge your particular fluency by your videos. If you look at Gazanfar's video, yesterday he gave his interview. If you look at Gazanfar's video, you'll find that he's not that fluent on the video. Go and check that for anybody. Okay, go and check that for anybody. It's true for anybody and everybody. So when they create a video, their video will not be showing their fluency in the true color. The true color will be actually shown in the actual one-to-one questions, in the one-to-one calls. You call up Gazanfar right now and you interact with him and watch his video, you'll find there is a huge difference. Huge difference. It will be kind of 1x to 2x kind of a difference that happens. Because a video, because you're not comfortable with this platform of creating a video, that is why you speak slowly. That does not mean that you're not fluent. Okay, so that is the only what to say problem, you can call it, or something which is a condition as of now. But we'll definitely try to improve on that, but that is not possible, I guess, because it's that relationship with the camera. Because look at the way I'm speaking right now. I'm able to speak very fluently in front of the camera. I've been doing it for the last 3 years. But for anybody who is starting new, it will take him time to, that will happen over a period of time. But your fluency is definitely improving, Arif. Is there any secondary question which is coming up in any of your minds, basis of the answers that we have given? You can put that in the chat box. You can raise it. Let us make it very, very simple. Let us make it understandable for everybody. Let us make it kind of a homely environment that we can ask, because asking questions is very, very important. Anybody else who wants to, any kind of doubts that you're having in your mind? Hina, if there is any question that has come to you personally, or should we call it a day? We are almost kind of reaching 10, 10, 5. So
There are some questions, sir.
please, yeah.
Sir, actually, I will not take the name here. Like, if people put their name, sorry, if let me read the question.
It's
Yeah.
perfectly okay. Go ahead. I love anonymous questions. So you can put anonymous
Yeah.
questions also.
So the question is, if people put that they are free to speak, I hesitate to call them. Should I call them? They will feel nervous or something like that.
So the person who is calling will feel nervous, or the other person who is picking up the
No,
call
no,
will
no,
feel
no.
nervous.
If he call them or if she call them,
Okay,
if he
so
call them, they will feel hesitation or they will feel like why he call them. Is it like that, sir? Somebody will say, or anybody can call them.
it's the point of
Just
putting your numbers on the WhatsApp group is basically to use the WhatsApp group in the proper sense, that there are learners over there. Some of them might be free at that particular time. When you are free, try and utilize that particular community in the right way. Okay, that somebody is free, you can just bang onto that particular opportunity. I think Maui is over here. Maui is from Assam, I guess, and she keeps on using that opportunity. So whenever a number pops up on the WhatsApp group, she will give a call. See, sometimes you have to go to the teacher, and sometimes the teacher comes to you. So while you're interacting with that particular person who is on the other side, you're talking to a complete stranger. Mind it, a new number has come up, they are ready, you are calling, and you have to find out, are you comfortable with talking to a stranger? Because that is one skill you should all be having in your English improvement journey, in your communication improvement journey, in your confidence improvement journey. This is a very, very important parameter, talking to strangers. And this is one opportunity which just came in front of you. Now, you will be feeling that low in confidence. You will be feeling bad about it. You will not be fluent. Maybe all of these things will happen. But underlining concept that at MMDC is that we all treat our family as MMDC language parents. We want to give you that support system. We want to hold your hands. So nobody in our system, if you call on those numbers, nobody in the system will actually be laughing at you, ridiculing you. They'll be actually happy that you have called, and they will acknowledge that, and both of you will improve. See, when I talk to Nageshwar and Nageshwar talks to me, trust me, it's a mutual benefit for both of us. Both of us are improving. It's not one way around that only Nageshwar is improving, because when I'm speaking, he's listening. Okay, when I'm speaking, I'm doing S part of RSLW, and when he's listening, he's doing the L part of RSLW, and then the entire situation will reverse. So it's a win-win for both of the parties. So do not hesitate, because this is not, we're not asking you to talk to an English teacher who will correct you and who will give you a score that you scored only 20%. Nobody will do that at MMDC. They will rather be more than happy to acknowledge your call, to receive your call, and practice in that particular process. And it will be a win-win for both of the parties. So just keep on, whenever the number pops up, just go and grab that opportunity, I would say. I think Bharat today had raised his hand, and he had done a thumbs up, and maybe he called to the learner, and some of our accountability partners had also called. Yes, next question.
so yes. The
5 minutes
conclusion
left.
is,
Yeah.
sir, you can call anybody can call them, including you. So one more question is there. I feel hesitate to talk in front of Amit sir.
Okay, it always happens, it always happens. I'll give you a small example. So imagine this. The most difficult exam in India is the IAS examination, and you have to clear multiple number of examinations, hurdles, obstacles to clear that particular examination. And for most of the IAS officers, they are the best of entire of India. 10 lakh people apply, only 900 get selected, and that has been happening for the last so many years. So they are the best of the best of the best, the IAS officers. Now imagine the situation. There is a room full of IAS officers, and Pradhan Mantri Modi walks in. Will the IAS officer feel confident in raising his hand and speaking to Pradhan Mantri Modi? That is what is happening to most of you. You're all lions in your capacity. You're all tigers in your capacity. But what is creating the problem? Your mindset is creating the problem. That Amit sir is somebody who is very big. He is the CEO. He's the MMDC founder. He speaks English so beautifully. That is your mind stopping you. I never stopped you. It's your mind that is stopping you. And I keep on telling this, I'm just a WhatsApp call away. I'm just a WhatsApp away. Just message me, try to connect with me, and I'll be more than happy to connect with you. And I keep on, and I love those learners. I think Mavi keeps on calling me regularly. Sometimes Mithilesh has interacted with me. I think there are some of the learners over here who have interacted with me one on one, and I don't mind that. In fact, I love it because interactions happen, communication happens. You'll be maybe learning. I'll be learning something from you. Okay, so that is, and sometimes something sparks something and I learn something in the entire process. So I love these interactions. So if you are willing, I'm more than happy. So don't keep this fear inside of you. This platform is all about removing your fear. And if you just remove your fear, in today's date, you should be having that kind of confidence that you can talk to anybody in the system. You can talk to Hina ma'am, you can talk to Shreya ma'am, or anybody in the system without any kind of fear problem. And once you leave the system, only when you are absolutely confident about that particular, learning ability, that particular level, if you have reached, then you consider yourself to be a great learner in MMDC. That is what we feel, because confidence is very, very important. You should be able to talk to anybody outside. That is what we want you to do. And if that helps, if my calls helps, I will definitely give you a call, or you arrange a call back. I will just respond on those calls. Please do that. Yes, Bharat is saying, yes sir, I called and spoke to it 20 minutes. I felt much happy to improve my communication skills. Yes, the final questions, we are just 5 minutes due, 4 minutes due, and we'll be closing the day. Yeah, any questions, or should we move to Yamshi?
Sir, we can move to Yamshi ma'am.
Okay, final call for anybody. We'll be closing the day. So if there is any doubt still pending in your mind, any question which is still there, any doubt which is still there, which is stopping your progress, don't ask me questions for the sake of asking questions. Ask us question if you feel that your progress is getting stuck because of that one particular doubt in your mind. If that is one question which is there in your mind, please ask it right now, or else we'll move to Yamchi. No questions, I guess. So Yamshi, over to you for a VOT and POD. There's no POD today.
Yes, sir. So yes, thank you so much, sir, for giving me this chance to give vote of thanks. So first, I would like to say that today we did not give any task, but instead of this, Saturday is a very important class to all, because today we can clear our all doubts and whatever we have. So thank you everyone for joining our important class, and many questions asked by our learners. So I hope you all have got your answers. And yes, it's very important to solve each and every person's doubt for improving and growing. So I hope this doubt session helped you today. And thank you, Amit sir. Just because of you and because of the MMDC process, we are learning English without grammar. So thank you so much, sir. And at last, I would like to say all the learners that don't panic, be patient. You will surely be a good English communicator soon. So just to practice with our process. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, everybody. So we'll be meeting very soon. We'll be sending the recording of the session to you in some time. Just go through this session. If there is any particular point you still have doubts on, please get in touch with your accountability partners, and they will be trying to help you. I am keeping on telling you, I'm just a WhatsApp call away. I'm just a WhatsApp away. Message me, call me, send your videos. I'll try to give those feedbacks to you so that you can improve, you can become better, and you can reach your version 2.0 very, very soon. So with that said, I want to say good night, all of you. See you very soon. Bye-bye.
Good night, sir.
Good night.